Hey guys, it's Madeline and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you guys are notified when my next video comes out. Today's episode is a cooking video by me. This is going to be a really quick, easy tutorial for you guys. I will list everything down below in my description box. And this is kind of like a traditional mac and cheese recipe because yes, I do like craft dinner and all that stuff, but like I really love traditional mac and cheese with like crust on top. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my own mac and cheese. So many different variations of mac and cheese. I love every style, but the one that I'm making today is kind of like a white cheese type of mac and cheese, not like the sharp cheddar. Sadie is coming to visit me. Hey Sade. Are you interrupting my video again? So for today's recipe, I'm gonna be using a bag of macaroni shells. You can use any type that you like. I'm just using the baby shells because those are what I'm craving at the moment. You can use elbow, like traditional elbow macaroni. And the secret to my favorite type of mac and cheese, I love bacon in mine. Oh my god, if you guys haven't had bacon in your mac and cheese, you're missing out. And here I am just using thick sliced bacon that you can find at the grocery store. And for my cheese sauce, you're going to need flour, all-purpose flour, 2 yolks, just the yolks, no egg whites, and then some butter. Make sure it is room temperature. And I honestly can't express enough, like, you have to have your ingredients at room temperature. Don't just take it out of the fridge and just start cooking right away, because like that's just like uneven cooking and like your result just won't turn out the way it intended to be. Because I've done a lot of trial and error in cooking, and yes, room temperature is the best. And I'm also gonna add some black pepper. And the type of cheese that I use is just like the Cracker Barrel 4 cheese Italiano blah 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 cheese. And you have to be really careful when you're adding the cheese in, because some recipes call for so much cheese, and then I've experienced that if you put like so much cheese, it just gets so thick and like dry. And I like my mac and cheese, I don't know about y'all, but I like it a little bit like runny and thick at the same time. I don't know, that's just me, and that's just the way I've really enjoyed it. So add more cheese if you want it more thick. Also gonna be adding some Panko Crumbs, and with those Panko Crumbs I'm gonna add some butter with it to put that on top to melt it. And if you guys haven't tried like Panko Crumbs on your mac and cheese, oh my god, it's so good. You don't have to put so much Panko, but just like it just adds a little bit of a crunch, which is really really good. First things first, before we even do anything, I'm gonna turn the oven on to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and warm up my water for my pasta and my pans. The cheese sauce is probably one of the most important things to this freaking recipe. So you want to add some milk to this because it's gonna give you like that creamy, consistent, cheesy goodness that you just find in mac and cheese. Right, so now I've placed all of my bacon onto my pan here, and the secret to this is let this crisp up for like at least 20 minutes. And I like cooking my bacon like this. Alright, so we're gonna put that in the oven for about 20 minutes. Let all of that like get all crispy, and we'll take that out of the oven, and then we'll put it on like a paper towel to dry, and then we'll chop it all up at the end. And so now I'm gonna get started on my cheese sauce, which is the best part. So I've already gone ahead and preheated this, so it's pretty warm now. First things first, we want to add our butter, let that melt, but I'm typically putting this on a like really low heat because it will cook really quick. All right, the pan's getting a little bit hot, it away a little bit. So then now I'm just going to add the butter, room temperature butter. Yeah, as you can see, it's starting to burn already because it's way too hot, but that's okay. you guys want to make sure that you're always constantly mixing this because you have to keep your eye on this thing. So that's like the last batch of the milk because you only used 2 cups of milk, and then now I'm just waiting for this to thicken up enough so I can add my 2 yolk eggs in here. This is how you know your white sauce is pretty much ready for the yolk. Once I put my finger through this, it's not moving. So I'm gonna add a little bit to my yolk. By doing this, I'm not directly adding it into my sauce so it doesn't burn or like cook like a scrambled egg. A little bit at a time into there to introduce the heat to the yolk. You just keep mixing, like don't take your eyes off of it. I also forgot to mention I did start my pot for my pasta, and right now it's starting to boil, so I'm gonna add that. Just add a little bit of salt so it gives a little bit of flavor, it doesn't stick together. My Filipino mom used to tell me that to add oil into it, which is actually wrong. So now I'm gonna add the yolk into here. Now this is the time where you want to add your like seasoning, like pepper, and I'm kind of bougie and used I grinded up some peppercorn along with some salt. Now I'm gonna take that off the oven because it's getting a little bit too thick. So I'm gonna turn off the heat because I think this is just about ready. So we're gonna wait for this to cool down a little bit. The reason why I want to cool this down a little bit is just because you don't want to directly add your cheese into your sauce because it might get all clumpy together, so you kind of want to cool it down a little bit. I am just waiting for the bacon to cook. It is almost done. Okay, these are almost done. Just waiting for them to crisp up just a little bit more. So it's cooled down a little bit, so I am just gonna continue to mix this. See, I don't know if you guys can still see the heat coming out. It does need to keep cooling down, so just keep mixing that. Oh, the sauce smells really good already, and I haven't even added any cheese to this. Start adding your cheese, and you want to do it a little bit at a time, just like that, and let that melt in there. I know you gotta do it in small batches. It is a little bit of work, but trust me, it will be worth it. Right, pasta is just about finished. Turn that off and we will drain this. Right, so I've drained that. And you want all of the moisture to come out of this pasta because you don't want that white sauce to touch the water from the macaroni. So now I'm gonna add some pasta to my sauce, and you start mixing it, and then you just add as much pasta as you like. If you like a lot more sauce, then don't add as much pasta, I would say. But if you like more of a drier, add more pasta. I like mine a little bit more a wetter consistency. Now I'm gonna add my bacon. Be very generous with your bacon. Now, this is ready for the oven. You can probably use a little bit of more bacon. Sorry, and I forgot to mention for the cheese, I just add as much as I want, really. Probably just like under a cup or a cup. Just because I don't like it, yeah, again, I don't like it too thick. taste the sauce before I put it in the oven. There's no harm in doing that. Mm. Mm. Oh yeah. That's really good. Okay, next up, sauce on me. Next step is the topping. Oops. It's so cheesy. Put these little babies into their glasswares for the oven. Now we're gonna get our panko, and we need some butter, and we're gonna mash that up together and put it on top of this. Oh, it's so good. Right, so now that I have that panko with the butter, I will add this on top. Look at that, guys. All right, so these guys are gonna go into the oven. I might broil them, but you could broil them for like a minute or two. I think I'm gonna broil this, so yes. One, two. This is the result. Oh my god, it turned out looking really good. Look how crispy that looks. I love, it just gives a little bit of added extra crunch. Oh. Oh my god, guys. Perfectly creamy, crispy. The salt from the bacon. Honestly, you guys need to try this. Like, oh. Now, I know it like seemed like it was like a lot of work, but it really wasn't. It's honestly worth the extra time to put into this recipe than just like a plain old fast 5-minute recipe. Oh my god. I'm just gonna continue eating this. I'm not even gonna share with Phil. Oops. I already ate that much. Alright guys, so that concludes my cooking segment for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys think I should eat next or what recipes you guys think I should try next. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace!